Pretty sure should be there by now. Just so much beauty in there though. Oh hey folks, didn't see you there. Well, we're finally here, we finally made it to this point. And first things first, do you like my man boobs? It's time folks, the first Ras review, the Aarn. Stay tuned and we'll get started. Kia ora folks, Ora Bei Der Linde Bushman here. I'll find a suitable spot, sit down and let's talk about this. We've got a lot of things to say. Kia ora folks, Ora Bei your local Bushman here. Well, I finally made it, I finally got the review of the Aarn right here. Of the old Aarn. And my thoughts and feelings on that. It's taken me a while, as I promised you guys it would take a while. My reviews are not just I use it once or for a week. I use and abuse it for 6 months, and the reason why is because you get to know the subtle nuances, every single little morsel and detail of that product design, why it was innovated, and what was the original intent behind the creator. Now, for those folks who don't know, I'll give you guys a quick brief history intro in Aarn packs, okay? Aarn packs was created by a guy called Alte, okay? He created the original body pack design, I'm going to say between the 20-30 years ago. I will correct myself when he started the designs. He's worked for a lot of different companies, Macpac, Ferry Down, etc., which are also New Zealand companies, or were New Zealand companies. And yeah, he has a lot of different design features for his packs. His original argument was that if you balance weight forward and backwards, you would not be circumventing to an arched back or sore back. A classic tramper's stoop is what we call it here in New Zealand. It's when your back is like this, and your body shouldn't be like that. It should be like this. A body pack, for example, alleviates the situation whatsoever. Now there are pros and cons about the body pack system. Not much cons, just little subtle nuances I've noticed. Okay, so I've got some footage here and I'll elaborate as we go. The peak aspiration is the smallest of the strong light range, okay? It weighs roughly, this is for the large too, for the large, this model that I have now weighs 1.6 kilo without the dry liner. With the dry liner is 1.67 kilos, so 1,670 grams. Now you're probably thinking, this is not an ultralight pack. It's not, but it is incredibly light for a long-lasting, durable pack. Now the price range, you can find them typically from $369 to about sometimes $329 sometimes. That's New Zealand dollars, okay? You can find them, I'll put some links around here somewhere in this video or in the link description down below where you can find this pack. For those folks in New Zealand, you can find it pretty much all over. For those international viewers, okay, I do have quite a few international viewers who have been asking me for a review of the Aarn pack and my thoughts. Now I'll put some links to where you guys can get them from. Failing that, just get in contact with me and I'll try to suss you out a deal. So if you're trying to look for an Aarn pack in your international backpacker, bushcrafter, etc., and you're looking for an Aarn body pack and you would like one, just let me know and I'll try to suss you some good deals. I'll put you to some good people and I'll try to talk some sweet sense into them so that you can get a good deal for you. Okay? Now, the Strong Light series, these packs here, they're designed to take gear in yourself to the remotest places possible. These packs have been seen in, if you go onto Aarn's website, I'll put a link somewhere here in this video, somewhere around here, you'll see actually pictures of this actual backpack and the body pack system climbing Mount Everest. It's done a lot of things. This backpack, this model here, has been all over the world. It's used in multi-sports, so expedition, mountaineering, trekking, obviously, tramping, or obviously in New Zealand, hiking. It's been on a couple through hikes. On the, I think one person has done it from what I've spoke from last year on the Te Aroha Trail. I met a hiker who had an Aarn from America, who met another American on the Appalachian Trail who had a peak aspiration with the sports regular boob bags or balance bags as they call them. Now these balance bags that I'm also reviewing with this pack is the Expedition Large, okay? This is the largest boot front balance bags you can get. They're 9 litres a piece. I'll talk about that more in a second. Now the packs themselves are very interesting, made out of very interesting material, okay? Light but durable materials, very light durable materials. It's lasted me over 3,000 plus Ks going through what we are in now, through the bush. So it's going to last you quite a while. Now the Peak Aspiration, now as I said, this backpack is designed for many different features, okay? It's designed primarily for tramping, for hiking, trekking, mountaineering, rambling, whatever you guys want to call it, but it has a ton of features on it. It has ice axe loops, trekking pole loops, compression bungee loops here. It's got a pocket. That's a pocket right here. Okay, there's the front pocket. The buckle, it's got a top lid pocket. You'll see it. It's in here. So you can fit in here. You can fit different tools. We're talking ice axes, snow shovel, trekking poles, axes, slashes, machetes, cookeries, tents, tarps, bivy bags, you name it. You can fit quite a bit in here. Now on the Tromøyveien trail and before the Tromøyveien trail, I was putting my tarp, my bivy bag, my ground sheet, and it would only take up to here, from here to here. So there's plenty of room. You can hold about 5 litres. I can get between 5 to 5.5 litres worth of stuff just in this front pocket. Now this pack, as I've mentioned, it is a 50 litre pack, just to correct myself. 50 litre pack, okay? It's got the front compression straps. I'll show you right here. So you just cinch it up and that tightens this load. Now, how it's designed, you can see that little loop here. That's designed to fit your trekking poles through. This little loop right there. That's designed to put your trekking poles through and then compress it tight. And it should look something like this. That's one way of doing it. I will have a secondary shot to show you guys how to do that. Now let's talk about the sides, okay? So the side of the main pack, it has about 1.5 litre, 2 litre. This is a fine mesh, but strong fine mesh, durable or mesh, breathable mesh. It's stretchy. You can fit water bottles in here, you can fit trekking poles, camera tripods, an axe, etc. It's got these side compressions, so if you want to compress your load right down, or if you want to lash something here properly, keep it tight, it's not going to move whatsoever. It's great for tripods, trekking poles, axes, machetes, etc. The actual main pouch itself. Now I will show you guys a secondary shot of this, but we set our pack down. See, I've got it here. We open it up. Here we go. There is plenty of storage in there. Plenty of storage. Now, you're probably wondering what this brown material is. I will talk about that shortly. And that's your main capacity features of the main pack itself. Now, let's switch around to the balance bags, okay? The official name is balance bags. I call them, and what we called them on Tromøyveien Trail when I saw other Aarn users, was boob bags, because, well, that's what they are, they're boob bags. So, yeah, these carry at front. I will show you a secondary shot of how they look and how they're supposed to function, discussing the U-flow system and all that. Now, these Expedition large bags, exact near replica of the sports ones, the smaller ones. These are 9 litres a piece each side. So together they carry a total of 18 litres plus, they say, a litre on the mesh. It's about 2 litres. So because I can manage to fit about 2 litres worth of capacity in this front mesh right here. Now the cool thing with the front too is it's also pack raft compatible, just like the main pack. Now they also got compression straps, so if you want your bag to be smaller, you don't have much stuff to carry, or you eat all your food while you walk, you can compress it down, front and bottom. Okay. Here there's a little yellow thing right there. That is your pack raft loop attachment, your pack raft. And out the back has got this mesh pocket. That mesh pocket is designed for maps, although you could chuck in whatever you want. When I was using it for trapping last year, 2018 when I was trapping with this front boot bags, okay, I was using that for snare lines, everything basically. Okay, so as I said, 9 litres a piece, 18 total, plus 1 to 2 litres at the front. Now they also got these top little zip pouches on top. This includes the sports regular and some of the other balance bags. They also have the same features. So you can stick things like your sunnies, or stick a little small knife. Funny story about this knife, you'll have to stay tuned for a TA Trail Tales video about this knife. Got so much flack on the trail, it's not funny. Anyway, that's that. So you can fit all your stuff in. And of course it comes with an internal dry bag. These dry bags are really good quality dry bags. I will talk about them shortly. But these dry bags are not kayak waterproof, but I've been on the Whanganui River with these before, and I had them in the canoe with us. They constantly got splashed on. Nothing, including the camera, none of my electronics got wet at all, period. So they're pretty much bomb-proof. Not submergible, but you know, if you got a lot of water dumped on you, not going to affect anything in there. Be dry as. So these are the dry bags. They're very light. I will put the grams somewhere in this video, probably right now. The grams are how much these dry bags weigh. This is for the Expedition Large, and the actual dry bag for this Peak Aspiration Large. Now I believe the Peak Aspiration Large dry liner weighs roughly 70 grams, 70 to 75 grams. Arn states the pack with a dry liner as 1.67 grams, so kilos, sorry, 1.67 kilos, so I'm estimating that it is roughly 70 grams. I will correct myself if I am wrong here. Now let's talk about some of the features. This, as I said, this just the backpack itself, very different, okay? Very different. Let's talk about it. Okay, so we've all seen one of these, right? You know, your back panel, standard mesh and that. It's interesting. Here's where it gets interesting. You see this cord here? If you want to lengthen your back length on the fly while you're wearing it, just pull up on this cord. This little cord here. So you just pull up on this cord and boom, you lengthen your back length. If you want to shorten it, here we go. See this little blue cord? Just pull it. Okay, pull it down, and that will shorten it. Remember, if you want to shorten it, get a tighter fit, pull it to shorten it, and that will shorten your back length. This is all done on the fly, so you don't have to take your pack off, nothing. It's got your standard load lifters, okay. That's pretty interesting. Now, that's your basic features. Now on to the special features. This is interesting. Now this incorporates the U-flow, X-flow and V-flow systems. What that means is how your body moves. Okay, so when you're walking, when you're tramping, or hiking, you're trekking, your legs don't move like this. I will have a secondary B-roll clip right now, illustrating this point. Now what you can see in this clip is, you notice how my hips sway, like this. That's how you naturally walk. You look at a woman, like how a woman walks. That's naturally how human beings walk. You see a lot of people on tramping tracks and hiking trails plod like this, boom, stiff, rigid. That's not natural because you're dissipating your weight forces too much all over the place. That's what causes you to go off balance. It causes you, your point of view, like let's say I'm looking this way, point of view going like this all the time, or this. It should be more fluid. So basically that's the basis of the U-flow system. It's dynamic movement, if I can sum that up in words, dynamic movement. So when you move, the opposing opposite side of your body reacts differently. So for an example, as I said, the U-flow system, see here, boom. Now there will be a secondary clip right here showing what the U-flow system. Now if we look in this clip, we can clearly see that the pack straps sway side to side. So when I rock my right side, this side, okay, I rock this side and I move forward, you notice how my body is tilting that way. Okay, it works to the opposite. So I need less resistance here, I need more resistance on this side. So what that does is on your hips and on your shoulders, and on the shoulder harness is what they call it, it reacts differently. So I pull forward, a normal backpack will just stay rigid and just be like it'll be rigid. Okay, the U-flow system, as I can show you in this clip, illustrates that when you move, the pack naturally wants to move in the opposite direction to counter-react. That's what it's about. Counterbalancing and sustaining that load stability. The most important with an Aarn body pack and with all general backpacks in general is that you should balance your load. Even with a runner style bag like I have you guys seen my Arm Classic 32 from Original Mountain Marathon with the 4-litre chest pod, it's the same principle as a body pack, okay? It's different because there's no support system, there's no fluidity. It's not bad handling balance when running. Walking's not bad, but you can still feel weight pushing down all the time. And going downhill, you can really feel it. With this, it mitigates all weight distribution. So, as I said, I move right. In this clip, you can see I move right. It counteracts left. I move left. It counteracts right. I sway my hip right. It restricts on the right side as I swing right, and it loosens on the left. So it counterbalances that load. That's what it's all about. So it's a counterbalancing system. It's a beautiful system. You really have to try it on to really get the gist of it. Other features to talk about. Okay, so on to the pelvic form hip belt. Now, you're probably wondering what on earth are you talking about, Russ? The pelvic form hip belt is this. Okay, I will show you guys a clip right now illustrating what that is. So in this clip we can see that the pelvic form hip belt sits around my hips nice and snug. It distributes the weight towards near the bottom rib bone but near the iliac crest. For more details, stay tuned to the end of my video and I'll show you some hints and tips about the Aarn backpacks. As I said, I've had 3 of them. I'll probably get a 4th one, to be honest. But back to it. So, back in this main clip now, it's got these loops. Now these loops are originally for, I believe, snow anchors or rock anchors. So if you're climbing, if you're a climber, great backpack to have. As I said, it's done Mount Everest, it's done a lot of tracks and a lot of ascents. since some people used it for free climbing, up rock, but it's a really great idea. And it's also got some Velcro. So it's got Velcro straps. We put here, where my finger is, that's where you can put trekking poles, whatever. Now the beauty of this system with the front shoulder harness and hip belt is that, see this little bungee here? That's where you put your trekking poles on the fly. So the whole point of the system, of the body pack system, to be honest with you, is you don't want to take it off. Because it's not hard, you get used to it over time, it's just really annoying and irritating and tedious to do it all the time. So the whole point of this system, so you're going out for the day, let's say you're doing a tramp, 6 hours. You want to put all your food and stuff you need in the front, in your front balance bags. That way you're not taking the pack off. It's the combination of the 3D mono mesh and the fine mesh materials. It's the combination of the light, still nylon-like fabric. I believe it's 420D fabric. Slightly heavier fabric, but it's extremely light. It's the combination of the built-in frames for the balance bags. They have built-in frames. Even the Sports Regular has built-in frames. It's a combination of the systems that make the Aarn a fantastic backpack. So as I said, a lot of features. It's got a, you can see up top here, it's got a metal frame. It goes all around here, goes down the central. I'll show you guys a secondary clip now, showing you where it is, right here, how it lines, and that's what it looks like. Lumbar metal frame. It's curved this way. Okay, so that's your lower lumbar frame. Under here you can see some of the inner workings of the 3D mono mesh back panel, and also the on the fly shoulder harness lengthening back system. I'll put the proper name somewhere in this video, but that's part of the frame system. That's attached to the main aluminium stay of the rear. So basically it's a rectangular frame with a curve toward. So this is my back. Let's say this one's my back. It's curved like that. So it balances the weight over here around the arch, not flat against your lumbar. The curved lunar shaped lightweight, I believe it's aluminum or metal, I will correct myself if I am wrong, backstay goes against the body to centralize the weight distribution here, the lumbar, where your hip is, where naturally weight is easier to distribute because it's the lower center of point of gravity on your body, besides from your crown. You'll notice African indigenous women, okay, they carry loads on their head. Why is that? Because it centralizes the weight distribution down your spine. The secondary point is around your hip, which from my own experience is from where the iliac crest is, near your side abs, which is the top part of your hip bone, to about midway your hip bone. That is the centralized area from my own experience and from some biomechanics point of view of naturally the easiest, most efficient way to distribute weight in a backpack or body pack system. Well, that's basically all the main features of the pack. As I said, it's got a lot of different features. The U-flow system, the V-flow system, the X-flow system, the compression straps and bungees, and some of the other bits and bobs that come with it. It's a very intense system. Now, this is the part where I tell you guys my opinion, my view, Rasa's view. What is a Bushman's view on the Aarn body pack? It's very interesting. I've spent a lot of time with it, doing, dirt time, being in the bush, testing it, doing different sports with it, doing different outdoor rec, bushcraft, thru-hiked. I thru-hiked with this backpack, not the front balance ones, the smaller ones, but this backpack, the Aarn Peak Aspiration, I thru-hiked with that. I've run with it before. I've done trapping with it before. I've done so many things with it. Done a lot of things with this backpack, and it stayed in incredible shape. As you can tell from the front B-roll, it's just an incredible backpack that lasts so long. Now, I'm going to list all the pros of this system. Efficient. Super efficient. When you have a pack that's just gear that works with you, not against you, or you have to work for it, that can be difficult. This pack is designed to make it efficient for you, not for it. So it's efficient in that regard. Easy to learn once you know it. What I mean by that is it's once you get used to the system and how to put it on and adjust it. I'll show you guys shortly how to adjust the hip belt, straps, and some basic stuff about the body pack. It becomes incredibly easy. It's so easy that you could actually just sit down, taking a break. You just walk this, say I walk 6 Ks here through this tramping track that I'm on, and I want to take a break. I can just lie down right here. Don't need to take the pack off, nothing. It's that comfortable. And it's like a natural backpack. So, it's that comfortable. Convenience. Convenience in the sense that with the front balance bags, everything's at the front. I don't need to dig. I don't need to do yoga, Pilates, none of that stuff. I don't have to wave my hands around and do some rag dance in the middle of nowhere to find stuff. It's just boom, boom. I can just walk in, boom. There was on the trail, as you folks know, I am a cigarette smoker. I would be walking. I could roll a smoke and walk. Boom. Whereas most smokers would have to stop. It's the same with people who were eating on the trail. They would have to briefly stop, turn, look, go into their hip belt pouch, pull stuff out. I didn't have to look. You just unzip, boom, keep walking, look at trees and birds or cars on the road when I was doing the roads, and just keep going. You're constantly on the go, so it's so convenient in that regard. It's also convenient to have water. Your water is right in front of you. You're not doing Pilates or yoga all the bloody time going, where's my water? You don't have to take your pack off to have lunch. It's just boom, boom, boom. So it's convenient for that regard. Also for photographers and people doing film like myself, you can put all your camera gear in there. My sport regular held all the stuff I took on my Tirol through hike, and my current backpack system will still fit in there too. It's so convenient with this backpack. Just have everything in front. Boom, camera. Boom, phone. Everything is just there. It's on your chest. It's convenient. They throw the pack off and they're just sore on their back. They're rubbing their back. You have no back problems with this whatsoever. Period. I've asked tons of people online through different forums, like Bushcraft forums, everything, that have used an Aarn system. No one has ever had a back problem with it. Some people have had back problems with different backpacks and gone to the system to counter-react, to balance that. Doesn't cure that problem. What it does is it doesn't hurt that area. It just balances the weight all across your body more efficiently. More importantly, centralizes it around your hips. That's the most important part. Now, the cons. There are a few cons. Nothing too bad, nothing too serious. The Aarn peak is Aspiration. Now, I'm going to show you guys here, but I'll show you guys some secondary B-roll. It originally had a compression strap here. It was a heavy duty material. I have no idea why that was there, to be honest. It's a waste of material, and it just weighs the pack down for no reason. Now, I believe the original intent was to compress stuff along here, but the problem with that is you cannot fit anything down there. You can hardly fit a jacket, you can hardly fit a water bladder, you can hardly fit anything. Now, I don't know if Arn Tate's going to be watching this, he may be, but if he is, for most people, that fabric bit that goes across here, he knows what I'm talking about. It's kind of pointless. So maybe if there was a revision on this pack model, take that away. There's no need for that. Everything else, function wears for different multi-sports. That fabric piece there that sort of compresses the side mesh, it does compress as I said, but it actually, you get less space that way. You can't really put stuff in. And he might say, oh, you know, that's how I designed it, that's how it's supposed to be. It's kind of pointless. There's no disrespect, as I said, to Alte. I love his designs. I love Kiwi products. I'm a hardcore patriotic Hyundai as Bushman who supports Kiwi designs, Kiwi outdoor gear, because I'm a Kiwi outdoor gear manufacturer myself, as you guys know. Started a top company. That shameless plug out of the way. It probably was part of the original design, but it's completely pointless. No point in having that. So if it don't work, get rid of it. So how I have it there is actually pretty perfect. The pocket's still tall enough, it's still stretchy enough to compress stuff down. It's not too loose, it's not too tight. If I need additional capacity lengthwise, going vertical, I can just compress it that way. It's a bit tricky. Getting to learn the system. Getting to learn the system can be a bit difficult. It's not like your backpack, I chuck it on, boom, 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 boom. Which, you know, all backpacks are basically the same. Even school backpacks are basically the same designs as your ultralight backpacks, your Gregory's, your ULAs. They're all basically the same design as a school backpack. Even my running backpack, it's designed after a running style, I'm going to say, and it's from the 70s, but it's more or less the same. It's a school backpack design. So basic as, even if it had a frame, it's a basic school backpack design. Now, with the Aarn system, it's a different ball game because, as I said, the counterbalancing of the weight, it does take some time to get used to. You're not going to be comfortable if you're jumping from a backpack straight to this. It's going to feel bizarre. It's going to feel completely at odds in ends with yourself, going, why is that weight moving that way? Why is my straps moving this way? Why am I feeling loose? Should it be tighter? Don't do that. Let it be loose. Let it be snug, but not tight. Don't pull it down. You know, let it be loose. It's supposed to be like that, you know. You know, keep it loose, you know. That's how it's supposed to be. Free flow. It's supposed to flow with your body. So that, from the people who have tried Aarns, from people I've met over the last couple of years I've owned Aarns, have told me that getting used to an Aarn system was very difficult. Some found it easy, some found it very difficult because they were used to to sum this up, is it's basically a dynamic backpack. This is my last one. Price. These are expensive. Now, as you folks know, I did not pay full retail because I got good hookups. But sometimes you can find that $329 New Zealand dollars. That's just for the backpack, okay? If you compare that to other backpacks, that's freaking dear. You know, that's freaking dear. However, as I said, because it's a dynamic, you could say, living like backpack that moves with you, you are paying for what it is and for the heritage and the design of it. It's a unique system. Just even the backpack, it's a totally different system than every single other backpack out there. As I said, this is our forward-thinking design. So that can be the price. The Expedition large balance bags retails for roughly $169 to $189 New Zealand dollars. You can find them cheaper. They're more or less in that range. And that's just for an 18-litre pack, basically. So, in that regard, it's a very expensive deal. I will put up a sum of how much retail this pack system would cost. Okay? It's well and truly over $500. And that's New Zealand dollars. So, if I put that in euro or pounds, you guys might see and be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" That's ridiculous. But as I said, you got to take in consideration. You got backpacks, and then you got Aarns. Aarns are a different ball game. For that price range, this cannot and still will not be beat. It has only been beaten by its Cuban fiber counterpart, which sadly they don't manufacture anymore. Aarns, if you're watching this, manufacturer, give me the Cuban fiber one. I want it. This was quite a long video, folks. As I said, it's taken me well and truly over 3,000 plus kilometers, over 14 months to get this review to you. My first ever review, but I finally did it. Those are all the features of this Arn body pack. Well, I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys need any more info about Arn body packs, just get in contact with me from a user who's had 3 personally himself, paid for by himself. There's no money. I can tell you a lot of things about these Arn body packs, or I can recommend you to a local stockist. New Zealand, you folks know what to do. Just use that thing called Trade Me. Sometimes you can find these real cheap, like I've seen them about between 280 to 300 for a full body pack system. Now we've reached the end of the video. Why did all of a sudden did I have this review? Well, folks, as you folks know, after the Te Aroha Trail, I decided to dematerialize and rematerialize my life with cart manufacturing and other stuff. Okay. This sadly is my last ever time with this backpack. Now, to start, I'm not a sentimental person, but as you folks seen in my Bushman's Trail book, I walked this whole country with this backpack. This has got a lot of memories, you know, a lot of sweat, mud and tears, a lot of things that this backpack, if it was alive, has seen. And I speak that with a pure passion of an outdoorsman, you know. And it makes me teary, but I'm not an emotional person, but yeah, sentimental value. But yeah, so sadly, I've sold it. I sold it to a fellow who's doing the Te Aroha Trail this year. So that'll be the second backpack I've sold to a fellow trail walker going into an backpack system, body pack system. So I'm glad I could help out there. So yeah, last time in the bush, this pack will see. I'm only going to have this video, and this may mean nothing to you guys, but as I said, this backpack has been on the Te Aroha Trail with me. You know, I saw so many things, experienced so many things, so much memory, so much good times. You know, with this backpack. You know, it's just, I'm not a materialistic person, as you fellas know, but yeah, I'm lost for words with how much this backpack sentimentally. Okay, folks, my final tip for you, folks, is to make it easier. Okay, water bottles. Now, I used all sorts of water bottles, and I've seen other people use round water bottles. I don't have like a Pepsi or Coke soft drink bottle, because I hardly drink this stuff. But I've got my eco tanker here to display. Same thing. Now, let's say this front boot bag is full, right? Okay, it's full. Cool. Now, the problem when it's full is it's going to round out. You can see on the side. It creates that round shape, and it's going to push your stuff inwards. If you got a camera or food, it's going to ruin it. This is why I don't recommend round water bottles for Arn balance bags, front mesh pockets where your water bottle is supposed to go. Do not use front ones for that reason. They're harder to put in. Now what you can do, this is what I have done many times, not a soy, okay? I don't recommend these bags. If you get a soy or water filter, chuck these away. They're horrible. I use them for running, they're good enough, but these work fine. The reason why is they're flat. It's a flat profile, so when I stick it in, it's not really rounding up, it's flat. So you can use bladders like these, they're fine. Or water pouches like these, they're fine. Your best solution for carrying water in a container at the front with an balance bag that has front mesh pockets is, boom, the Kerry juice bottle. Now, in America and Europe, you can get the 1 litre, equivalent, or slightly smaller yogurt containers. They are made of plastic. same thing. The reason why is A, wide mouth. Okay. B, it's flat. It's flat. C, compact. Look at it. That's cost 2. Their neck sticks up. When you have water, even a small amount, and that weight, times 2 on both sides, okay, both sides. So imagine there's 2 eco tankers. The water on both sides, it's going to cause it to tip. Even little loop points I've got on here, right? Even if you attach that, I've seen these fly out going downhill. Not on just myself, but other people. They just fly out on round ones. Okay? That's why I don't recommend the round. The Kiri juice bottle, cheapest chips to buy, good drink, or good enough drink, and it's compact. See, compact, boom. Well, that's it, folks. Ka kite anō. Bless the trails, and thank you very much for watching the first Reiseausrüstungen review, Bushman's review of the Arn body pack system, 3,000 plus kilometers later. Thank you, folks, very much for watching. Ka kite anō. Bless the trails, and I shall see you again very soon. Hopefully with another review video. See you later.